Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Portal Masters and CoinOpTV subscribers, welcome to another CoinOpTV live and interactive on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/CoinOpTV. We got a lot of things to talk about regarding Skylanders today. First of all, we're going to talk about Skylanders Imaginators Wave 2. And also we're going to talk about the Skylanders Academy Netflix TV show, which dropped their trailer today and looks like tons of fun. And the third topic we're going to touch on, if we have time, is the Skylanders Creator App, which also dropped this week. It is Skylanders Week, Skylanders Month. We got a special guest to join me, my man Matt. What is up, Matt? Matt from the Skylanders character list. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, Rob. Like you said, it is definitely Skylanders week. It's launch week. It's everything Skylanders this week, and even more so Skylanders month with, like you mentioned, the show coming out and everything, like the app. They're just planning to take over the entire month.
Yes, it's a big month indeed, and the whole year, hopefully, and beyond. I see some people jumping in chat, Deo, BK Gamer, Toy Movie Game Bros, Stefan, Denzel. Guys, behave and be nice. If you troll, we'll have to give you a timeout. We don't want that. So, Matt, I gotta say, this is the first time I'm seeing some of the new background here. Are you unveiling things here on the show today? Has anybody seen your Skylanders shelf?
I believe I did have it in my latest news video. Got it up just what would that have been, Monday, and it's a new look I'm trying. There'll probably be some adjustments made along the way, but let me know if you like it.
Yeah, it looks great. I remember when the first game came out and I had kind of a bookshelf behind me and then stuff, and then when I moved, I actually built shelves. I went to like IKEA and I bought a bunch of shelves, and I measured them out for the size that the Skylanders would fit, and so I could sort of fit them in there and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but it looks fun when you get them all sort of all set up and it's all colorful and everything like that. So you got plenty of space to go. You can actually probably squeeze in a shelf underneath and maybe a middle shelf too for some crystals or something, right?
Yeah, like I said, it's a work in progress. I'll be adjusting things as I go, I'm sure, and we'll see. Adding some more shelves or something is definitely not out of the question.
Awesome. We got Magic Albert and Dan and Wooden Twister and Henry and more people. Chloe jumping in chat. All right, let's get started with the topic here. If you guys are watching this on the archive, let us know in the comments below. Please thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. Lots of Skylander videos coming out this week and beyond, like I said. So Skylanders Imaginators, of course, is coming out Sunday. What is that, like 4 days from now or something, Matt? 3 days? What?
I can't even keep track right now.
It's so, well, the thing is, it comes out Sunday, but it's like midnight release on Saturday.
Yep. And then other countries are getting it sooner, and so everybody's countdown seems to be on a different day, and it's coming out soon. Real soon.
So Matt and I did a video a few weeks ago talking about Skylanders Imaginators Wave 1, which was a lot. It was a lot of figures, a lot of crystals. We got the Imaginite chest. Thankfully, Wave 2 isn't quite as heavy, but the problem is if you're worried about money and spending and stuff like that, generally a lot of stores will actually carry Wave 1 and Wave 2 at the same day. Matt, can you give us some insight on how this works, or what stores maybe people should be looking out for Wave 1 and 2?
Right now, it actually seems like everybody, at least all the major retailers, are going to be hosting Wave 1 and Wave 2 on day one. It's happened in the past accidentally. Stores like Toys R Us have put them out a couple days early, and so they all came out right away on day one. But this year, everything I've seen, all the boxes that are labeled, they're labeled for October 16th, which means day one, they want everything out right away. Yes,
so get your get those good grades in school, and be nice to your friends and neighbors. Make your Christmas wish list easy to read for Santa. What's another metaphor people should be doing to save up their money there, Matt, for Skylanders Sunday?
I go mow your neighbor's lawn.
Mow your neighbor's lawn. If you have a credit on Amazon, that's actually been like one of the better deals. Make sure you pre-order so you get that free chaos for Skylanders Imaginators. All right, so let's start off with Wave 2 figures. Let's see, I got some images here. So Aurora. So Matt, what do we know about Aurora so far?
Aurora is, I believe, our first light character that we're going to have in the Senseis. There's only one Skylander Sensei and one Villain Sensei for the light element. So this is going to be your best chance to get it right off the bat. And Aurora is actually an interesting case if you read her backstory at all. It turns out she's Master Eon's niece. So that I think that's going to have some interesting conversations there.
Yes, so this will be the first time we're getting a relative to Eon that I know of, right? I mean, we joked about this. Who's Eon? Who else is in Eon's family?
Yeah, we don't really know. We don't. In the backstory, even it stated that Master Eon tried to keep her a secret, tried to keep her away from the Skylanders, and so it's an interesting twist that they're throwing in there this year.
I see people in chat asking when this comes out. It comes out Sunday in the U.S. Consume Play says I have to wait till Christmas to play. That's a tough wait, but hopefully maybe you'll watch some of our videos and stuff in the meantime. So what about Aurora's? So she's light element. What about her battle class? We'll talk about the elements and the battle class as we hash over the figures here.
Sure. Yeah. She is a swashbuckler, which means she gets the 2 swords, 1 for each hand. And yeah, like I said, light element.
And lots of melee combat there with the swashbucklers.
Definitely.
Okay, let's move on. Another female character here, Ember, Master Ember, Sensei. So what do we know about Ember so far?
Ember is a fire element sentinel. So they have the big double-sided katana type of things. Or staff, or whatever you want to call it. Ember in particular looks like she has a big lightsaber.
We could say on CoinOpTV we can compare things to Disney products. We could say this is Darth Maul's lightsaber, pretty much at work here, right? We have no specific allegiances. And she floats. It looks like she's hovering above on her fire.
Is she? I hadn't really noticed that. I haven't watched too much gameplay of Ember, so.
Yeah, I did some preview of her at E3. She's kind of floating around. Has some cool sky chi maneuvers there, and some flames all around her. We're looking at a graphic of her in the flesh here. And Sentinel. So who's another Sentinel? Hoodsickle? Is that another one?
Yes, Hoodsickle is also Sentinel. He is also coming out in Wave 2, actually.
Yes, let's get Hoodsickle up here. That was my transition. So another Sentinel, Hoodsickle, which is a villain turned Skylander hero. I'm not sure if I'll say Skylander good guy or not, but a lot of hype for Hoodsickle. What do you think the hype level is for Hoodsickle here on 1 to 10?
I've heard mixed reviews. For me personally, it's a 10. Because he was the one villain. As soon as I heard we were getting villains, he was the guy that came to my mind. I'm like, I would love a Hoodsickle figure, and we got him.
Yes,
it really doesn't bother me that they changed the element. He is now a dark element Skylander villain, whatever you want to call him. But yeah, Dark Sentinel, Hoodsickle. I'm all in.
Yes, and Sentinel as well. So he's got the double axe. Kind of swinging around, whereas Ember's got sort of a double sword. He's got sort of a double axe, I guess. You don't really see it in this photo, but I think it's like on both sides.
Yeah, definitely.
People in chat are getting excited. Somebody said Ember was in the top 5. Hayden's talking about Flare Wolf being your favorite. I don't know how you come to that conclusion since you haven't played with Flare Wolf yet, but I'm glad to see that the hype is real. BK Gamer says face is creepy for Ember. Yeah, with the fire blazing all over there. Justin S says he's slow. Well, I guess we'll find out soon. We get to check out some gameplay, how fast he goes. I don't think Hoodsickle is going to win any foot races. Do we have any idea who the fastest Skylander Imaginator is going to be so far?
That's a good question. I haven't really been able to compare them because, like you said, I haven't gotten too much playtime with these. But yeah, definitely not Hoodsickle.
Yeah, it looks like that hood may get caught in the wind and slow him down a bit, and he doesn't look too in shape. Okay, let's move on. We got another female character. It seems like Wave 2 is female character heavy. Mysticat here, which in the beginning it was a little tricky to figure out if this was a male or female, but we can confirm, Matt, right, that this is female Mysticat.
I believe Mysticat is actually male.
Oh. It's a male. The
Yes.
debate goes on in chat. Chat, help us out here. I'm going to say female. Matt says male.
I'm pretty sure. I'd have to look up the backstory again. We should be able to tell from that.
Yes. So what do we know? Okay, well, we do know the creation, the battle class, and the element. So what do we know with Mysticat?
Mysticat, we do know it is magic sorcerer. And I find it interesting because I think he's the only quadruped of all the senseis. I believe he's the only one with 4 legs, which makes sense because he's a cat. But I don't know how much gameplay you've seen from him, but I definitely enjoy that he has a lot of yarn-based attacks, which once again makes sense because he's a cat, but I think he's going to be a lot of fun to play with.
And people in chat are backing you up. They're saying Justin BK Cold Gray says male. He's a male. Okay, obviously male. I'm still gonna go with female on this. I don't know. I could be I could be wrong. When you guys hear Mr. Cat's voice, the way he or she talks, kind of sounds like a woman. But I don't know. I gotta maybe I'm reading into that or something.
I can definitely confirm right now that the backstory is written with he and him pronouns.
All right.
So
there you go. Our Skylanders expert, Matt. This is why we don't bet live on the CoinOpTV stream here, because I would probably lose a lot of money and stuff like that. So, okay, Mysticat male. We can move on from that. What's your hype level for Mysticat there? Are you a cat person?
I'm not a cat person, but I like the footage I've seen of Mysticat so far, so I'm very excited to try him out.
Yes. I'm more of a dog person. Some of you guys might follow me on Instagram and seen pictures of my dog. So, I guess I'm more of a dog person. So, but I do like ninjas, right? We got Starcast. Tell me, what do we know about Starcast?
We do. We have Starcast. He is a dark ninja. He reminds me a lot of Slam Bam from the first couple games.
Yes, because the 4 arms,
he has
quadra arms.
4 arms going. I actually haven't looked up. I kind of wonder if he's somehow related or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. They've done that before, making Skylander relations. I think we actually saw that last year with Eyebrawl and I'm not gonna think of his name. He had the dive bomber.
What are you trying to figure out? His abilities?
No, his brother.
Oh, does he have a relationship to somebody else? The Starcast?
Yeah, that's what we don't know yet.
Okay,
I don't know yet. We're gonna have to figure it out. In any case, yeah. Starcast, Dark Element, Ninja, lots of throwing stars coming at you real fast.
Now, I did see a post. It seems like somebody posted, is there a crystal variant or something? I feel like there's a Starcast variant we got to, keep an eye out for.
Yeah, there has been a chase variant of Starcast found already. It's like I guess basically a clear variant is what we're calling it. The body itself is clear, but I think the hands, or maybe it's the throwing stars, still have a bluish hint to them. And that it's a Wave 2 figure, so it's out only because they have Wave 2 out already. But you should be able to hopefully find that just about anywhere. I mean, it's not going to be prevalent, but keep your eyes open. It could show up anywhere, as I guess I should say.
So it'd be something available in stores, not just like a employee edition or something like that. So,
yes.
Okay, those jumping in kind of late to the stream, we're talking Skylanders Imaginators Wave 2, which we think most stores will get on the first day on Sunday. We're also going to be talking about the Skylanders Academy show briefly and the Creator App in a little bit. We got a couple more figures to talk about. Sky Zero in chat says Starcast equals Slam Bam, Star Strike, and Lobstar. What do you think of that comparison?
Not bad. Yeah. I mean, you got the 4 arms going, and like I said, lots of throwing stars, and that's what you're getting with the other 2 they mentioned. So
So give yourself,
Definitely.
so Sky Zero, give yourself a Portal Master rank up. I don't do giveaways on CoinOpTV, but if I did, I would give you something. I'll give you a thumbs up there. So, all right, let's move on. Now we've seen Tritip in action since the beginning, and it's always interesting when they show like a character really early on, like at E3, and then it comes out like Wave 2 or Wave 3 or something like that. So, what's your take on Tritip? What do we know about him?
Yeah, Tritip is a Earth element smasher. And like you said, I was very surprised that he was not a Wave 1 figure. I guess the thing that did make sense then was when we saw there's a legendary version of him, and that was Wave 1. And that's something they started to do in recent years, is release the variant version before they release the regular version in hopes that they can sell more of the variant. So that made a little more sense once we saw that. But yeah, Wave 2, it seems like he's going to be super powerful, as most of the Earth characters tend to be, in my opinion at least. But yeah, smashing his way through with that giant mace.
So he's a Smasher Sensei, right? Master
Yep.
Tritip. Dinosaur? What is he? A Triceratops Clops or something like that? I failed all of my prehistoric history and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Triceratops, but you never know with Skylanders, because they make up their own species sometimes that are just related to the things we know.
And Matt, you mentioned legendary stuff, so that's a little bit of a news thing we'll talk about. The color scheme is a little different now for the legendary characters.
Yeah, they changed up the color scheme this year. Instead of being the typical like dark blue and gold, it's going to be red and gold this year. Those are the legendary figures. That's not a mistake. That's just they changed up the color scheme this year. The theory, my personal theory as to why, is that they had so many of the dark blue characters, between the water, undead, and even the dark characters almost have like dark blue and not quite black. And then you add that gold belt and the gold trim that a lot of the senseis are getting this year, and that's basically what a legendary figure would look like. So I think to avoid any confusion and make them stand out a little bit more, they gave us this new red and gold color scheme.
Yeah, I like the. I was never really a fan of the legendary gold color. It always just looked like somebody spray painted on there, like with gold, and didn't look so great. So I'll be curious to see what the legendary ones look like. Are those going to be Toys R Us exclusive as well?
They are, once again, Toys R Us exclusive, here in the U.S. at least. Other countries, you're pretty good at figuring out where they're exclusive, because you don't necessarily have a Toys R Us. But yeah, here in the U.S., Toys R Us.
Yeah, we're Matt and I are both USA residents, so a lot of times we're talking about things. We kind of know a little bit about the global stuff, but not 100%. Henry in chat says he wants to know if we ever think we'll get a Microsoft exclusive Skylander, like we got Crash Bandicoot and the Nintendo ones, Bowser, like that. Would you guys like to see a Gears of War Skylander or something like that, or Master Chief Skylander? Would that be a thing? Let me look at chat here. Blocks and Gaming says legendary Tritip is so shiny. And I'm leaving the chat here. Harvey says Triceratops. Yes, there we go. Angels in chat. What's going on? Okay, let me recap here. So, Skylanders Imaginators Wave 2, Aurora, Ember, Hood Sicko. We got Mr. Cat, Starcast, Tritip, and then the rarest Skylander of all time, Matt, is which stores are going to carry Sir Hoodington? How are we going to pick up this figure here? This is going to be the rarest Skylander of all time. I'm joking, but if you guys don't know, like Skylanders Imaginators, they got Sir Hoodington now as a name, is on every box and every poster and everything possible. And I'm just curious if people are going to ask, like, mom and dad, or like put that on their Christmas list. Hey, I want that character. Matt, what do you think? Will people be calling up GameStop and Toys R Us for Sir Hoodington?
I wouldn't be surprised if someone tries somewhere. I certainly hope that they give us all the parts we need to create Sir Hoodington, because I already know a lot of people want to. So the parts better be out there. Otherwise, yeah, they might have a small riot going on.
They should actually give a discount. So if you didn't know, you can actually get a 3D printed Skylander Imaginator. This is a new thing. It'd be funny if you actually got like a discount if you guys made Sir Hoodington and like maybe they already had the mold prepared for that. So like you can get that for half price. And then like we all got like a little Sir Hoodington figure as well as like our extra bonus Skylander. Would you order a Sir Hoodington figure, Matt?
It'd be questionable. Because I remember people saying right off the bat that when they saw the picture the first time, they thought it was like one of the worst or most bland kind of characters that they saw. And so, but then as soon as they came up with the name Sir Hoodington, it's like, oh, everybody wanted to create that character now. And like, so people are weird. I don't know.
It is a funny thing. It'd be funny. It'd be interesting to see. We got some more people jumping in chat. Robert the Blastamine is in chat. It says, I've been playing way too much of this Skylanders Creator App. We'll talk about that in just a second. And then Portal Power TV is in chat as well. Shout out to you and Josh, Riv, and somebody named Starcast is in chat as well. So sorry, Matt, did I cut you off? Did you have something else to say regarding Sir Hoodington before we move on?
No, all good.
All good. All right, so we've covered Skylanders Imaginators Wave 2. If you guys didn't already see Skylanders Imaginators Wave 1 video, we have that on my YouTube channel as well. And then Matt, who's got his website, has pictures and a breakdown of everything possible. Oh, wait, before we move on, we got some crystals to talk about. So, Matt, which crystals are people going to be looking for in the single pack creation crystals?
That's a good question. I don't remember offhand. The big one I know is that in Wave 2 is going to be the first time we're going to have a single pack tech creation crystal.
Tech, yeah. And the other one is Earth, I believe, right?
Yeah. And that's going to be the first time with Earth in a single pack. I know otherwise in... there is going to be an Earth creation crystal in Wave 1 in the Adventure Pack. So some people have that. They'll be happy with that. But for the tech, that's going to be the first single pack, too. So.
Now, Matt, when I was looking around online trying to get some images for today's show, I couldn't find some images of the creation crystal. So I just figured I'd show the actual thing here. So here's the Skylanders Tech creation crystal here. You guys can check this out. So this will be in Wave 2. I believe it's this mold. It's hard to get confirmation on that. And you can see how big it is, if you want to compare, sizes, the crystal size there. What else can I show here? Let's compare a Stormtrooper head creation crystal. Pretty extreme. And then how about here's a quick look at the Earth creation crystal right there.
There we go.
Which looks pretty cool. So you guys can pick those up in Wave 2. That'll give you an idea on that. So, Matt, how many crystals are you going to get? You're going to go for the 100? You're going to go all out so you can make every battle class and everything possible?
I really don't think I can do 100. At a minimum, I think I'm going for 10, one of each element. I will probably try to collect one of each mold, which seems to be 31. So that's probably where I'm headed, but time will tell.
All right. Let's move on, guys. I see the chat is blowing up. A lot of questions, a lot of fun things you guys are talking about. If I don't give a shout out to everybody or answer all your questions, hey, it's a live show. I'm trying to keep things moving. You guys can leave comments on the archive as well, and I'll answer those too. So let's move on. The other bit of news is we got the trailer for the Skylanders Netflix original cartoon show, Skylanders Academy, which will be premiering on Netflix October 28th, 2016, Season 1, and we already know about Season 2 coming to the show. We got to see a fun trailer. I thought it was fun. We got to see Spyro, Euruptor, and Stealth Elf. Seem like they're going to be like the trio of main characters, but we got to also see some Jetpack and some Pop Fizz along the way. I was glad to see that Chaos was, of course, Chaos is going to be in the show there, and Glumshanks. So, looked like a fun trailer. I tweeted it earlier. It's out on the Skylanders game YouTube channel, so you can check it out there. So, Matt, did you get to see the trailer this morning?
Yeah, I did take a look at the trailer. I think it looks good. Like you're saying, I know some people didn't necessarily like that some of the voices are changing, but I think from what we've seen in the trailer, at least, they still have the essence of the character. Like they have the right attitude. They know how they're supposed to act, how they're supposed to behave, and that the voices portray that pretty well. So from what I've seen, I think it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I mean, the images look very true to life to like what we've been watching with Skylanders video games. I guess something a little different. I have Stealth Elf in the picture here. She doesn't have the mask over her face. I want to see like her eyes and her lips moving around. But Eruptor looks very similar, and Jetpack. And Pop Fizz, poor Pop Fizz in this image, it looks like he's super tiny and stuff like that. I guess maybe when he goes beast mode, maybe he'll just kind of get bigger and grow out there. Now, is this a show? Now, with the Netflix stuff, they usually drop like every episode at once. Do we know if they're going to roll it out like an episode at a time, or if they're going to just drop the entire season one day one? Is that something we know?
I haven't heard one way or the other. I think most people are expecting them to drop all, I believe, 13 episodes on day one. Personally, I would like to see them. I think they may have tried it with one show before. I don't remember what show it was, but like doing a weekly release. I personally would like to see that happen, stretch it out a little bit more. But the way Netflix works, I'm guessing they're probably dropping all 13 right away.
Yeah, I was trying to remember when they did the How to Train Your Dragon cartoon series. I think that might have been all at once, but there was something not long ago that was like a half a season. I know Voltron, I think, was all at once. So let me see, I got one more graphic here. But it looks like the show is going to be fun, quirky. I guess the only like slight I would have so far is I didn't really see a lot of the Skylanders using like their powers all that much. I mean, Eruptor is sort of doing things with his flaming and stuff like that, and Spyro's sort of flying around. But there was something in the trailer where they were going like on a spy mission, and they had like goggles and costumes and stuff. And I just hope that it's not going to be like too much of a gimmick kind of thing. Like, I hope they actually get into their powers. Like, I hope that like they're like, hey, we need to call Jetpack so he can suck in some air to open up this secret door or something like that. Was there anything?
Yeah, that's a good point. I did notice. I remember Stealth Elf. I mean, they weren't necessarily fighting any bad guys at the time. They were just I think she was playing with Eruptor, and she was using her disappearing ability. But yeah, that's definitely something that hopefully will be in there, and I think it almost has to be. But they didn't want to give too much away at this point, I think, and so what we saw was more just interactions between the main characters as opposed to actually going out and fighting.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of jokey interaction and stuff like that. There'll probably be like one big fight per episode. We got Eon as well. I have an image of Eon, but he's in there. Looks like the schoolmaster, the teacher. So if you guys are, Harry Potter fans, maybe you'll get like, that kind of, sort of same vibe there where they're in school. So cool. Anything else before we move on with that, Matt?
That's pretty good. Yeah, we just got the trailer today. I highly suggest you watch it and stick around to the end. There's a nice cameo at the end.
Yes, definitely. Lots. They actually showed a lot, and they actually had some fun. It looked like some Skylanders Imaginators. We had the Banana Head guy. I guess they're really pushing Banana Head. With the Skylander
they are.
stuff.
I think he's already a fan favorite. So
yes, so it'd be funny if people start making some. So I would say like Sir Hoodington and Banana Head will probably be like the first thing we're going to see on the T-shirts and the custom cards and the globes, and then once we get that out of the way, then it'll be time to actually get really creative. And with that, let's segue into the Skylanders Creator App that dropped this week as well. I mean, who can keep track of all this exciting Skylanders news and stuff? So, Matt, what do we know about the app there? What platforms can you get it on, and how much does it cost?
Well, the app itself is currently available for both Android and iOS, so pretty much anything. And the app itself is free.
Yes.
That's the best part. It's a free app. It's free to download, free to use. You're only going to have to pay something if you want to buy something. So up until that point, you can use it all you want. You can create all the Imaginators you want. You can do whatever you want with it.
Yes, yes, and it looks like a nice, robust app. You get a free Imaginite chest every day. So today it's been my second day. I went in, and I clicked on my little orbs and my gems there. I started unlocking things. I would say, patience is a virtue. Try not to make your insane masterpiece the first week that you get the app. Let's unlock some things and get that Imaginite so you get some more body parts and more heads and stuff like that. And Matt and I actually started kind of messing around with it a bit. And funny thing, we both use the same head, so that just goes to show you that there's not a lot of options to go there. So let's start with Matt. So this is Matt's first creation there. Skylanders Imaginators using the creation app there. Do you have a name for this gentleman here? Is this male or female?
I think it was male, as far as I remember. I think I named him Glowman or something like that. I'm not that creative. I just felt I needed to change it from the default name of the element and battle class that they give you. So I just first thing that popped into my head.
Yes, Glowman does kind of look like an alien, and this is a class. What's the two guns class? Is the
quick shot.
Quick shot, yes. So you went with a quick shot, and okay, so that's Matt's creation, and then here's my creation here. I called him Bazooka Joe, Bazooka class, and yeah, there we go. That's the same head, right?
If you give me 2 seconds to.
Yes, you're not watching. You're on the delay there. So yeah.
Yeah, I have a slight delay from you. Sorry.
Yes, sorry about that.
When it pops up though.
I can confirm it looks like the same head or helmet or something like that. I went with the stars in my eyes. Let's see. Did you change the eyes at all? You've got sort of a solid black there and green skin. I went with the white skin and the
sure enough, there it is.
Ears.
Same head.
Yes. We think alike. We're Portal Masters. We're ranking up together. We're thinking alike. No, it's mostly just like I said. There's not a lot of really options. Right when it launches, you want to wait till you get that. Unlock some Imaginator crystal parts, body parts, and heads there. So you can go in and you can actually change the name, the voice, the effects, the look. It's not permanent, right? If you wanna, you can sort of customize this and just kind of tweak it forever, right?
Yeah, you can keep changing that stuff as long as you want. And I mean, the nice part is in the app, you can just keep creating more and more. But the parts themselves, you can change them whenever you want. It's just like it's going to be in the game.
Yes. So I'm impressed. I like it. If you're a mobile person and you don't have a console or something like that, you can still sort of experience the Skylanders Imaginator thing. And I think it's cool if you're like on your way to school on the bus or the train or Ubering somewhere. You can just kind of pull up the app and be like, "Ooh, I wonder what this head or what this ears look like." And then when you get home, you can play with that. I guess the only downside, I'm just thinking off the top of my head here, is if there's something unlocked on the app that might be not unlocked in the game, and that might be a little frustrating. Is there a crossover thing? Can you cross things over? Like if the app is unlocked and not the game, or vice versa?
One direction you can. If you have stuff unlocked in the game, you can just all you have to do is make an Imaginator with that part and then transfer it over to the app, and it will unlock in the app. Unfortunately, you cannot transfer stuff you unlocked in the app back to the game, because they figure that would just unlock things too quickly, or I don't know exactly what the theory is behind it, but yeah, you can only do that one way.
Yeah, so that might be a tiny gripe, but it's a minor thing in sort of the equation of stuff there. Oh, yeah. So let's see. Robert the Blast Mind says Friday in Europe. Okay, we're getting different release dates. Henry says that's right. Yoshi says thanks. All right, people talking about the release date. Of course, we do have a lot of Portal Masters overseas. Shout outs to you guys as well. Josh says Imaginator's app is out Friday. Okay, so Josh says Imaginator's is out Friday, so maybe some people in the UK are getting it Friday. In the US, we're getting it Sunday. However, midnight releases Saturday night. Yoshi says this YouTuber is awesome. I'm assuming he's talking about me. Could be talking about Matt. We're not quite sure. Okay, well, a lot of people in chat. Everybody seemed to behave, so that was great. Didn't have to give anybody a timeout. Matt, make sure people check out Matt's YouTube channel, his website. It's the Skylanders character list. What's coming up? You want to give a teaser at all? We got an article you're working on, or a video or anything like that?
I actually have a video uploading right now about the Creator app that we just talked about, so you can check that out. I play around in the app a little bit more. As for article, I'm not quite sure what's up next, but I'll have something out soon.
Cool, awesome. And if you guys are new to CoinOpTV, please subscribe, and also please subscribe to Matt's channel as well. We're going to be pumping out lots of Skylanders Imaginator content. I've been doing Skylander videos for 6 years plus, and very excited to interact with you Portal Masters, young and old, male or female, and look forward to seeing what kind of things you guys create on the Creator App. Tweet me, CoinOpTV, tweet me and Matt. Let us know what kind of things you guys are creating. It'd be kind of fun to share that on Twitter, or tag me on Instagram or Facebook or something like that. So and you get tag Matt as well, so we can improve. Maybe we'll have a voting or something, like we'll have our own contest or something. So all right, Portal Masters, make sure you guys come back to my YouTube channel in a few hours for some surprises. I guess that's it for today. Thanks a bunch to Matt, and thanks a bunch to all you guys watching at home. This video will be archived on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/CoinOpTV. Thanks a bunch for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
We'll see ya.